What's up, Panther Nation? We're at halftime for the Game 4 preseason against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to talk first about Will Grier. Will Grier looked okay. A lot of people were wanting to see him cut, I'm sure, after that poor performance here in the first half. But I'm going to tell you he looked okay, and evidence is that touchdown pass that he threw right on the money, right in the end zone, beating out that Pittsburgh corner. Now, yes, he did hold on to the ball too long in one situation and got sacked. Yes, there were a couple of situations where he should have gotten rid of the ball when there was significant pressure on him. And, he had an interception as well. Technically, too, if you count the scoop and score. Now, the problem with a lot of his play today was the offensive line. The offensive line looked like absolute hot garbage in the first quarter. Yes, we were moving the ball down the field. Yes, the numbers look good, but look at the offensive line. These guys were failing to hold on to their blocks. The pressure was there. It was in Will Grier's face all quarter long. And more specifically, number 63. And you look at that left side. He got beat at least half a dozen times over there. Half a dozen times I was watching. Specifically him. And I was not pleased by it. He was responsible for the sack on Will by not holding his block. And then there was the first down run by Will Grier where it should have been a sack. And it wasn't. But that pass rusher came from his spot on the line. So you have to look at the offensive line as a whole did not block very well at all. Like, at least 3 screens fell apart. You can't blame Scarlett for not hitting the hole fast enough when the offensive line is not blocking and opening up a hole for him. Where's he supposed to go? If you can't open up a hole for Scarlett, where's he supposed to go? He got tackled at the line at least 3 times because the offensive line did not open up the hole. So I was not pleased by that. The wide receivers looked okay. We had to do a few check down passes, handful of check down passes, but yeah, overall, I'm not too concerned with the wide receivers right now. The defense looked excellent. I loved the pass rush. I loved the heat that they were putting on these quarterbacks. It looked solid. That's 3 weeks in a row you've seen solid pass rushing from these defensive ends, from these linebackers, from even Golden. Golden got back there and got a tackle for a loss, even. So, you gotta like the defense pressure right now. The coverage by the corners, it's off and on for me. Off and on. Because you see one play, they'll have good coverage, and the next play they'll be slacking off and give up a corner route or an easy little dump-off pass to the outside. So, you got to have these guys clean up. The tackling was good, with the exception of a few players. I don't have anybody specific to point out, but because it was different players that missed tackles. However, I was not pleased by the play calling. With 26 seconds left in the half, tie game, we should be just running out the clock, right? Wrong. Norv Turner says, Oh, let's throw a pass. Let's test out Will Greer. Doesn't matter, it's preseason. Hello, clock management? Ever hear of that? As a result, he throws a pick, and they get a touchdown out of it, off of Lorenzo Doss, because he's tired, and he has to come back on the field and try to defend that. I don't blame him for giving up that touchdown. I'm not even mad at him for that. His coverage was actually pretty decent, considering that he had to come back out there after coming right out of the breather mask. Let's end it on a positive note for halftime. Joey Sly, 59-yarder, right through the goalpost. The guy's a champ. We heard earlier today that Gano might miss half the season. No details given, as far as I know. If somebody's got details on that, let me know. So that just adds fuel to the fire of that trade theory I've got. Anyway, we'll end it there. We'll get to the second half against the Steelers. I'll see you guys after the game. Thank you guys so much for the new likes and support. And all the new subs. All the comments that you're leaving in support of this team and of my videos in this channel. And I'll see you guys after the game. Keep pounding. Let's get that win.